Welcome to our guide on preparing the perfect holiday meal for a large group. You think this is MasterChef? No, this is your kitchen, and it's about to get a hell of a lot hotter. But don't worry, I'm here to make sure you don't crumble under the pressure. Today we'll share essential tips to help you plan, prepare, and execute a feast that will impress your guests. And by impress I mean they'll be begging for seconds, not spitting it out in the bin. We're talking military precision, people, so listen up. This isn't some amateur cooking show, this is about getting it right. So put on your aprons, sharpen your knives, and let's get this show on the road. Right. You think you can just wing it and everything will magically fall into place? Think again. Planning is the backbone of any successful event, especially when it comes to food. Without a solid plan, you're setting yourself up for chaos and disappointment. The first step to a successful service is planning. And I mean real planning, not just jotting down a few ideas here and there. You need to sit down, take your time, and think through every detail. What dishes will you serve? What ingredients do you need? How much time will each dish take to prepare? These are the questions you need to answer. And I'm not talking about some scribbling on a napkin. No, you need a proper plan. Something you can refer to and rely on when things get hectic. Trust me, when the pressure is on, you'll be grateful for that detailed plan. This is about a full-on assault plan for your kitchen. Think of it as a military operation. Every move needs to be calculated, every resource accounted for. You need to know exactly what you're doing and when you're doing it. First things first, get your menu sorted. Decide on the dishes you want to serve and make sure they complement each other. A well-thought-out menu can make all the difference. Choose dishes that are crowd pleasers. You want your guests to enjoy the food, not just admire it. Go for dishes that are tried and tested, ones that you know will be a hit. None of that fancy molecular gastronomy rubbish. Sure, it might look impressive, but if it doesn't taste good or if it's too complicated to make, it's not worth it. Stick to what you know, and what people actually want to eat. There's no shame in serving up classic dishes that everyone loves. In fact, it's a smart move, and make sure it's something you can cook in bulk. When you're cooking for a crowd, you need dishes that can be scaled up easily. Think big pots of stew, large trays of lasagna, or a massive barbecue grill loaded with food. Next, consider your guests' dietary needs. You don't want anyone to feel left out or go hungry because you didn't think ahead. Make sure you have options for everyone. You got a vegan coming, a gluten-free aunt, maybe someone with a nut allergy. Plan alternatives, you hear me? Now prep in advance. The more you do now, the less you'll need to do later. Casseroles, desserts, even some sides can be made ahead of time. This way, when the day comes, you can focus on the final touches and actually enjoy yourself. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Cooking is a messy business, but it's also incredibly rewarding. And finally, delegate. You're not a one-man army, are you? Get your family involved, even if it's just chopping vegetables. It's amazing what you can achieve when you're not screaming at each other. Plus, it makes the whole process more enjoyable and less stressful. And who knows, you might even have a bit of fun along the way. So plan ahead, prep in advance, and get everyone involved. That's the recipe for a successful and enjoyable event. Now get to it. Listen up, gather around and pay attention because what I'm about to say is crucial for our success today. We're not running a soup kitchen here. This isn't about throwing together a mishmash of random dishes and hoping for the best. We need to focus on a few core dishes that will blow their minds. Quality over quantity, folks. We want every bite to be memorable. First up, the main event, the protein. This is the star of the show, the centerpiece of our meal. Turkey, ham, prime rib, even a good vegetarian option. Each of these can be a showstopper if done right. Whatever you choose, make sure it's something you can carve and serve easily. Efficiency is key here. No one wants to be waiting for their food while you're wrestling a turkey leg. Next, the starches. Mashed potatoes, stuffing, roasted vegetables, the classics never fail. They provide comfort and satisfaction. Keep it simple. Keep it delicious. The beauty is in the simplicity. Then we've got the sides and salads. These are the supporting actors in our culinary play. Green beans, cranberry sauce, a crisp salad. They add color, texture, and variety to the meal. Pie, cake, cookies, something sweet to finish them off. The grand finale that leaves a lasting impression. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Pace yourselves, enjoy the process, savor each moment, and make sure every dish is a masterpiece. Alright, listen up, this is not just any ordinary day. Today we are going to show what we're made of. We have a mission, and that mission is to cook the best meal anyone has ever tasted. So, let's get our heads in the game and focus. This is where the rubber meets the road. Every decision you make from now on will determine the success of this meal. Timing, precision, and teamwork are key. We can't afford any mistakes. It's time to cook, and I want to see some bloody efficiency. Every second counts, and every move you make should be deliberate and calculated. No wasted motions, no unnecessary steps. First things first, oven space is precious. We have limited resources and we need to use them wisely. Plan your dishes accordingly, and make sure nothing is left to chance. You got a turkey hogging the entire oven? Use your head. Think about alternative cooking methods. Grilling, smoking, or even using a rotisserie can free up valuable oven space. Slow cookers are your best friend. Mashed potatoes, green beans, and even stuffing can be cooked to perfection in those bad boys. They save time and energy, allowing you to focus on other tasks. Don't underestimate their power. They can be a game changer in a high-pressure cooking environment. And while we're at it, let's talk batch cooking. This is not just about making food, it's about making a lot of food efficiently. Plan your recipes to maximize output without compromising quality. Mashed potatoes for an army? No problem. Gravy by the gallon? Easy peasy. The key is to stay organized and keep track of your ingredients and portions. Get those big pots and pans out and get cooking. Timers, you guys, use them for everything. Timing is crucial, and one slip-up can ruin an entire dish. You think you can remember everything? Think again. Use checklists and timers to keep track of every single task. It's better to be over-prepared than to miss a step. Use timers for every single dish. This is not a suggestion, it's a requirement. Precision is the name of the game, and timers are your best tool for achieving it. 1 minute overcooked, and it's straight in the bin. We can't afford to waste food or time. Keep an eye on everything and act quickly if something goes wrong. And for God's sake, have your serving dishes ready. Warmers, platters, bowls, get it all prepped and ready to go. Presentation is just as important as taste. The last thing you want is to scramble for serving dishes when the food is ready. Be prepared and stay ahead of the game. We're not running a charity here. This is serious business, and we need to treat it as such. Hustle, focus, and give it your all. Let's make this meal one to remember. Listen up, you guys. Setting the table isn't just about throwing some plates down, it's about creating an experience. Buffet style is perfect for large groups. Let guests serve themselves to avoid awkward passing of dishes. And make sure there's plenty of food. Drink station is a must. Wine, beer, water, keep it flowing. Don't forget non-alcoholic options for designated drivers and kids. Utensils, plates, napkins, have more than enough. Running out of forks is a disaster. Use your common sense. Don't put the gravy boat next to the napkins. Keep hot food hot and cold food cold. It's not rocket science. Alright, the guests are here, the food is almost ready, and the pressure is on. But don't panic, just breathe and keep things flowing. Dishes out on time, drinks topped up, guests happy. You're the conductor of this well-oiled machine. Don't hesitate to ask for help. Delegate. You're not a superhero, you can't do it all yourself. And for God's sake, relax. It's just a meal. The most important thing is that everyone is having a good time. So take a deep breath, put on your game face, and show them what you're made of. You got this. Well, you didn't burn the house down. Congrats! You pulled off a fantastic holiday meal. Plan ahead, stay organized, and dive in with enthusiasm. Now get out of my kitchen and enjoy your holiday.